Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up.
The one that I'm going to be using is called Ange, like this 32mm tourmaline curling wand. I'm guessing it's like French or something, but I got it at TJ Maxx. It was $20. It comes out the box like this. It's light. It also comes with a heat glove, and let me tell you, it works, because I held my hair without the glove and like it was steaming really hot, and the glove makes it so you can actually touch the bar. So what I'm gonna do with this is, well, I'm gonna straighten out the big mess that I have on right now. I also got my BioSilk silk therapy. Me and my husband, we've been married for 18 months now, and we got married 2 weeks after we met. So we were both homeless. I live in New York City. In New York City, they have these centers. They're like private, I guess, but because they're not run by the city, and they're called drop-in centers. It's literally what it's called. You drop in overnight, so you have a place to stay at nighttime. You get up in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, they wake you up, and you go about your business along the whole day, and then you can't come back in until that night, around like 9 o'clock. So when we met, that's where we were at. He asked me out for breakfast. I said, instead of breakfast, you can get me lunch. We went. I love pizza. I love New York pizza. We went to one of those dollar spots. We had
No drama, yeah, nah, nah, nah. No drama, yeah, nah, nah.
We had chemistry. We laughed. We had a good time, and we were pretty much desperate at the moment because, you know, in New York it's hard. New York is expensive, and when you're homeless, there's, you know, it's hard to get up off your feet, especially when you're alone, and, you know, you have no one to lean on, because that's both of our situations. We didn't have no one to lean on. Obviously, if we did, we wouldn't have been homeless. We got married February 21st, 2018. That morning was in the hotel. We talked about it, and then that afternoon we got married. We were homeless for a year. We worked our asses off in the process. I got surgery 2 times in the process. We were sick so many times in the process. It was really hard. We frustrated with each other, you know, irritated. We were hungry sometimes. Sometimes, you know, even though we were working, it was hard to say. We're homeless. You would think we don't have no bills, but the reality is that we haven't been homeless all of our lives. You know, we came out of, you know, I came out of an apartment that, you know, I had my own stuff. I had furniture, I had clothes. He had his own stuff and everything. The drop-in center where we at, if you become a client permanently, they give you just a locker. That's it. So I wasn't even a client. I didn't even become a client. I was just there temporarily because I was in school also in the morning. So, you know, and me being in school kept my head focused, kept my head straight, because when you're homeless, there's not a lot of positive people that are around you. And that's what makes it even harder also. You know, the people aren't positive, they're not very clean, they, you know, don't have their heads on their shoulders too much, so it's really bad environment. Frankie was one of the very few that I felt that was knowledgeable and that he could keep his head straight and, you know, stay focused in this situation. And I guess that's one of the things that really attracted me. And I had to pay storage to keep those things because I didn't feel, you know, those were my personal things and I didn't want to lose them if I didn't have to. So I had a storage bill, and I also had a phone bill because I needed to keep in touch with people at school. They needed to keep in touch with me, if anything, or, you know, work. When I was working, I needed to be called if they needed another person to work or whatever the case was. So I had a phone bill and I had a storage bill. I had to wash my clothes. They weren't, you know, homeless in the shelters. Not everywhere they help you, and certain places they do, but being that I was in school and working, it was hard for me to squeeze that into my time. So even though I was homeless, I was still finding ways to maintain myself the way I needed to. I had a gym membership. It was a 24-hour gym. This way I can go into the gym whenever I needed to and just take a shower or relax. Let me finish straightening my hair. I'll get back to you guys. It's pretty good material. Well, it has to be because it's a protector from, you know, getting burned. So anyways, I'm going to take piece by piece. I'll start from the back. Piece by piece, make sure every piece is even. I'm not I just want waves. It don't need to be tight curls. So we're just gonna see if this works. However it does. This is very hard. So you're gonna aim down from the base and just go around and then hold it for 5 to 8 seconds, and then you can just let it go. It should be curled. Yes. Oh, that's nice. Start from the base and go around. So as I was saying, we were homeless, we had bills. All these bills, even though they were cheap, they all added up. The gym was only $15. My phone bill was probably $20 at the time. In the beginning, it was way more expensive because I didn't know anything else, you know, cheaper. But as time went by, I learned. So, and then washing clothes every week at least to keep myself clean for work and stuff. It would range around 20. Oops, this one fell apart. Yeah, my laundry would range around $20, sometimes more. When I started with my husband, we would pay sometimes together $50, $70 for laundry. We just really had to keep up with ourselves. And so yeah, and then, you know, when I had to get surgery, shelters were like filthy. And the drop-in center that we went to, there's no beds. You pretty much just sit in a chair and put your head on the table. Anyways, because I couldn't stay there while I had surgery, we would end up, I'm gonna switch hands for this one. End up getting hotel rooms, which we were also, it was a bill for us, you know. We would try to find the cheapest we could, but that also adds up. You know, at some point, I had to get 2 jobs. I was recovering for surgery for like 2 months. Frankie couldn't handle just paying for both of us. He wasn't making enough at the time. It wasn't enough for both of us, and he was getting frustrated. He couldn't, you know, be there like he wanted to. He couldn't do what he could, and we would end up arguing. We argue a lot. Me and Frankie, we argue so much. We've been through so many problems. It's crazy. But at the time that I got the 2 jobs after the surgery, I was able to save up faster. I was able to save up more. Frankie couldn't handle that I was working. I wasn't spending any time with him. I was literally, at that point, I was sleeping in my storage room where I have storage, or I was on the trains and the subways, because I would get off of work at 12 and nothing was open. None of the shelters were letting people in at that time. So, and then I have to be at work at like 8 in the morning again. But I would be up by 5 just to meet up with Frankie to take him to work. And let me tell you, we went through so much arguing while I was working. Towards the end of it, he didn't speak to me for 1 day. He drank, and I didn't know. When I met him in the morning, he was hungover. He was so sick everywhere. He called out of work. I called out of work. And we just got this room that I'm in right now. And we've been here since April. And right now, we're in July. And we're about to move because we got into an argument. So we ended up arguing one day. He called the police, then I called the police. Frankie left. He got a room and he left. We pretty much agreed on a little separation to make things better for us. So yeah, that's how it's just gonna be for now. I mean, we still see each other, we still talk to each other. His storage is by my storage. We had to get storage units again for the stuff that we have now, even more stuff. And you know, he comes around here because, well, he started everything here with me to pay bills and whatever else he needs to do. So yeah, it's a little crazy. That's our story, you guys. One of my goals is to really just get a house. I'm looking to see if I can pay some back taxes on a house so I could just move in, and I don't care what structure it's in. I'll fix it up and make it my own, you know? Back taxes, you can find back taxes on a house for cheap if you guys don't know this too. But I think I'm gonna end up working too if I leave this place. And it's hard. It really is. I just wanted to let you guys know a little about us. I really believe that this would help me. So I started my videos, as you guys can see. I started maybe a year ago when me and Frankie first got married. Just messing around. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to make videos on, so I just started recording one day, like just the blue random, and it wasn't something that I was sticking to at the moment. I couldn't stay focused because of everything, so I just left it alone. And you know, a couple of months went by, I recorded again, and then another couple of months went by until now. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it like every week. I'm trying to stick to it because I'm pretty much settled here, and hopefully I'll have a room when I leave here also. It'll work out for me, I hope. I'm praying. You guys pray with me, you know, comment below. So these curls come out nice. I don't know, I like the curls. I'm really feeling like I may be able to do this all the time, guys. Look at that. It's cute. They're little waves. It's just perfect. That's my story. You know, YouTube could be my thing, and then if not, you know, I always got other things that I could go back on. They're not tight curls. They're loose. It's wavy. It's alright. I like them. They look cute, and they're holding in. A little trick I just learned was you can curl back or forward in any part of your hair, but when it gets to the front, it enhances your features of your face, and it just makes your face look that much better if you curl it back. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in this one. Yeah, back to my life. I was born in New York, and then I moved to Vegas when I was 12. I went to high school out there and came back to New York. I had my son here in New York and took him back to Vegas when he was 3 and just raised him out there till he started school. After he started kindergarten, he started first grade in New York. I came back out here, and I've just been out here since. But my son's 15 now, and he lives with his father. Okay, I mean, it ended up, listen y'all, I'm hot, I'm sweating, I'm in really stormy weather right now. It was nice curls, and this is what happened in a matter of a few minutes.